course I did that. Dude, imagine remembering to load up your model. Imagine that. We're also gonna ignore that the stream crashed before I could even get started. Cause my dumbass had to walk away to use the bathroom. It's like, you know what? I'll put the live announcement while I'm in the bathroom. And then I got distracted right after that, cause fucking ADHD or whatever. Yay! Is everything? Okay. Okay. Exit this. And open this. Yay! Everything's normal now. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. This is fine. This is fine. Whatever. Someday I'll figure that out. It's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine if I remain delusional enough. Also, I forgot to change this. Oops. You can tell how not stressed out, but how frazzled I am based on how unprepared I am at any given moment. There we go. We're good. We're good now. We're all Gucci. This might end up being a short stream because I do have, last stream I was supposed to end at like 6:30, and I didn't end up 6:30. So we're gonna live in La La Land for a little bit. It's him! It's Okazaki! Window man himself! They all heaped sighs. I hung my head. Sorry. Leave me alone, you son of a bitch! Leave me alone.
Okazaki, 客が来てるんだ。今日は帰ってくれ。お客さん？あ、猫さんでしょ。
That's just their name now. He's talking about me, actually. I told him about the time when Okazaki tried to talk to me. And then he proceeded to be a weirdo, because that's just him. That's just him.
ごまかすためだし仕方ねえか。俺らも口裏合わせなきゃだよな。適当に依頼受けたことにすりゃいいだろう。猫探しとか。
Yeah, yeah.
向きだってことは岡崎も知ってる。適当な依頼内容じゃあいつは食い下がさ。
ちぇ、めんどくせえ。
It is a well, your mom's a pain.
別に事情を話す必要はない。本物の探偵にも。
Real PIs must respect a client confidentiality. Yeah, let's go with that. Let's go with that. That's the perfect excuse. That's the perfect excuse, not Yanagi. I nodded at Yanagi's explanation. Once I understood, he opened the door.
やっと開けてくれた。イルスなんてひどいな。
Leave us alone. It's not my fault they don't want you around. Okazaki strolled into the middle of the room and smiled at me.
猫さんこんばんは。
Good evening to you too. Hello. For now, we've decided that I'll start contributing to the investigation tomorrow. If I stay here any longer, I might let something slip and cause problems. I should leave this to them and go home. Then, that settles my business. Thank you for taking on my requests. Pretending to be a client, I then started to leave the room.
待って。
Until Okazaki blocked my path. This felt familiar. Oh, it feels familiar, alright.
もう遅いから俺が送るよ。女の子一人じゃ危ないから。
He's a gentleman! He's a gentleman! Look at him! What a gentleman! He's offering to walk us home. How could someone not like him? He knew it. But didn't you have your own business to attend to here?
また戻ってくるから大丈夫。ほら、行こう。
He's saying that all while smiling again. I turned around to ask the people behind me for help, but...
ここで引き止めるのは逆に怪しいな。
Damn. Damn it, we're not getting any help.
ほっとけ。いくらバカ猫でも岡崎くらい適当に流せるだろう。
今朝なんともなかったんなら大丈夫じゃね。
How dare you? It's probably fine. They're right. They're right. It's fine. Everything's fine. They're giving up because I'm not worth it. Damn. Didn't have to put it like that.
ね、早く行こう。あんまり遅くなると家の人が心配するだろうから。
Ah, not really. My refusals this morning had no effect. They wouldn't work now as I expected. I left the place with Okazaki pushing my back. Suppose this is what we're doing now. This is what we're doing now. Okazaki started heading in the direction of my home without asking for directions. He memorized it. Holy shit. That was fast. He's only been there once. This guy's got pretty good memory. During my odd feeling of admiration, I realized I hadn't said a word since we left. This is awkward. Nah, girl, let's chill. Sure. Okazaki gently broke the silence as if he sensed the tension. Although it'll be problematic if he asks something I can't answer.
猫さんがあの探偵事務所に依頼を持ち込んだ時なんだけどね。
Straight to that.
土下座の他に何かした？
What else?
考えてみたんだけど、あの人たちが土下座をされただけで依頼を受けるかなって。
I mean, he's right, but damn.
ちょっと不思議だったんだ。
You see, I desperately racked my brain and said what came to mind. The truth is, I paid them a large sum of money. I don't know whether or not they're in financial trouble, but I think that sounds like a valid enough reason to take the job. But they aren't really enticed by cash. I was aware of this, so I felt like I dug my own grave.
Ah, そっか。
Yeah, she's a rich girl. She's rich as fuck. She got that cash money. She got the real cash flow. She saved up a lot of money. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know. But Okazaki nodded as if he understood. I was relieved that I hadn't just blown. Oh, you've blown it all right. You've blown it all right. But that's fine. He's going along with it. If I had, he would really suspect me. That said, I did find it curious that Okazaki would accept money as a legitimate reason. He draws a government salary, right? Maybe he's fallen on hard times. My thoughts had wandered off on a tangent. Glancing at the Shinjuku office buildings, I thought of the future. Starting tomorrow, I'll be working together with the others. I didn't know anything about them. I didn't just need to learn about X Day. I need to learn about the group members. Well, we'll finally be working together, so I think it'll be good to get to know them. And the perfect guy to help me with that was walking right in front of me. Okazaki, tell me about the other guys. Okazaki?
Hmm?
Well, I did choose that detective agency back there to take my job, but I only met them a few times, so I don't really know whether I can really trust them. Okazaki, is there anything you can tell me about those people that you can tell me? Anything to reassure me? I was posing as a client, so I didn't think this was a strange thing to ask. My heart pounded as Okazaki looked at me. Hi, Rekka!
いいよ。俺が知ってること教えてあげる。
Well, that was easy. we're at Staples, cause that was easy. Oh, thank you very much.
まずは柳さんからね。あの人は大人だと思う。
The hesitation. What does that mean? What does that mean? What does the hesitation mean? Huh?
他の3人と違って一歩引いて物事を見極めてるっていうか。それにタケル君とミネオ君が喧嘩するたびに仲裁してるよ。
What is that emote? Oh! Is that one of your new emotes? It's cute.
こうどっしりしてて探偵事務所のお
Oh,
父さんって。
whoops. Daddy Yanagi. It's Daddy Yanagi. Father? The image fit him to a T, and I giggled at how apropos it was. Ooh, cute. Then what about Sasuke?
タケル君はね、ああ見えて優しいんだよ。
I cannot see that. I can't see that. I can't see him ever being nice. Like, the way he acts, I can't see it. Nice? Really?
その顔は信じてないでしょ。
I don't. I'm sorry. I don't. No, it's just Sasuke always acts so prickly.
でもたまにドーナツくれるよ。それやるから帰れって言われちゃうけど。
So he's not actually nice. He's just trying to get you to go home. He's just trying to bribe you. Wait, isn't that just him trying to bribe you to leave with donuts?
あとミネオ君は
Oh, the typical cop
見て
meal.
の通りだね。
He's exactly what you see. Oh, is that all?
あ、そういえば彼のデスクに胸キュン告白百選って本が置いてあったよ。
Not
Same
cool
not
freaking
thinking.
out. That might be Shaw, actually. He has a...
きっとロマンチストなんだよね。こっそり付箋がついてたページ見ちゃったんだけど。聞きたい？
I kind of do, honestly. I kind of do want to hear it. No. What? 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 Why is she being such a wet blanket? I want to hear these. I want to hear these tear-jerking, heartfelt confessions. I want to hear them. I want to hear a heart-throbbing confession.
そう。あとは白石さんか。彼はおかしな人だよね。
You could say that again. Oh shit, I gotta plug in my phone. Who else's drop? My feet from all this walking. It seemed like I might finally gain some valuable intel. I looked at Okazaki with expectant eyes. When you say weird, what do you mean specifically?
実はあの人。怒ってる時でも顔は笑ってるんだよ。観察してると違いが分かって面白いかな。
Oh shit, even he has his little tells. Even he has tells. Damn. I expected so much more than that. Damn. Look, Okazaki's not letting on too much, because I don't think he trusts us all the way yet. Nothing Okazaki had told me had much substance to it at all. I suppose Okazaki must have served the guys in the agency a lot to notice all these details about them. I snuck a sideways glance at Okazaki. He has his fucking sleeping mask! He has his eye mask! Oh no. He's a sleepy king. He's a sleepy king. He's just like me, for real, for real. For some reason, there was an eye mask in the pocket of his well-worn suit. He wore an absent-minded look and a flippant manner of speech. If it wasn't for his badge, I'd never believe that he was an SP officer.
ねえ、俺の顔に何かついてる？
Is that an SB badge? I've seen him in dramas, but I've wondered if that's what they actually looked like. I was trying to make small talk, but I also wanted to know more about him, so the question slipped out. My curiosity overpowered my mental defenses. It felt like something was off about him.
当たりだよ。正真正銘の SP バッジ。
Oh my god, that's so cool! We definitely didn't already know that he was an SB officer. Oh my god. Without even a hint of caution, he confirmed his position in the SP.
今もある任務があって、事務所周辺を張ってるんだ。
A mission?
あの男は X デイ事件を捜査中の俺たちを守るという任務についている。
More like stalking.
警備部警護官
More like
岡崎圭だ。
observing, gathering intel, being a spy for the for the police. I remember what Yanagi told me earlier.
だから彼らのことはよく知ってるよ。知っておかないといけないからね。
He's very diligent. He's very diligent about his job. I knew this was weird. Why was Okazaki protecting them when they all quit the police force? Or was it his official mission to protect them while his objective was elsewhere? I knew I had to tread lightly, but there were many questions I wanted answers to. If he's assigned to their office, I might run into him again. Right now, I want to know more about the people around me. Ooh. Ah, fuck. How do I romance him? What do I say? What do I say? What do I say? I might pull up a guide, actually. No, what's the fun in that? What's the fun in that? I'm guessing it's this one. Oop. Bye, Rekka! Had a fun time at work! Okazaki, what are you trying to protect? The SP protects important individuals. Apparently he was protecting Yanagi's group, but I didn't know why. If that was just a pretext, then what was he really trying to protect? The question slipped out as I pondered this. Oh no, was that too direct? Shit! But the damage was done. Okazaki's smile disappeared. Shit! He watched me silently. Nobody would smile when they've been questioned about their mission. What if he suspects me because of this?
何を守ろうとしてるの？
Okazaki's gaze dropped as he looked like he was asking himself the question. Even though it was a misguidedly blunt question, is it really such an unusual question for an SP officer to be asked? As I was nervously watching him, Okazaki suddenly looked up and was smiling.
特別なものだよ。
Oh?
俺が守るべきものはね、特別で大切でとても重くてかけがえのないもの。
That's vague, but okay. The warmth in his voice felt to me like the task he described was very dear to him. He radiated unadulterated faith, a goal he wanted to fulfill at any cost. That was what I felt from his thoughts. I know this is just what happens on TV, but SP office agents protect special people like in the VIPs, yeah? Just in time, I managed to steer the conversation back on track.
そうじゃなきゃいけない。じゃなきゃ俺が SP でいる意味がないから。
Fair enough. It's that important to him? I'd assume he took life more lightly. I had started to relax while talking to him, completely following his conversational lead. I discovered that beneath his act was a more unshakable determination than I imagined. Well, it only makes sense. As an SP officer, he risked his life for his job. As a fellow police officer, I knew that we affected the lives and deaths of other people, but I assumed less of him. I was ashamed that I sold him short until now. Aw, yeah! I'm sorry.
どうして謝るの？
Well, I was prying into your job. I shouldn't have done that.
なんだ、気にしないで。ちょっとびっくりしただけ。
Aw, he's so sweet! I love him!
誰を守ってるのかとか、どういう仕事なのかとか、そういうのだったら普通だけど、何を守ろうとしてるのかって改めて聞かれるとちょっと困るね。
You're right, I suppose that makes sense.
じゃあ俺も聞いていい？
Huh? I didn't expect to have my question turned around on me, so my thoughts ground to a halt. Shinjuku, which was ruled by fear, the people living in terror, my friends, relatives, and my brother Kazuki. And you're right, it's tough to put an answer to the question into words.
でしょ？
But go away, but no more bots. Oops. Did not mean to turn off Stream Manager. There we go. He felt that it was pointless to be an SP officer if he wasn't protecting something important. Like him, I also wanted to become a cop because I wanted to protect something. I still do. I didn't want to lose the part of me that had worked to become a police officer. I feel the same way. The things I'm trying to protect are very important to me.
そっか。
Girl, you just gave stuff away! You just gave shit away about yourself! After that, we chatted about lighter things as we walked. Thank you for taking me home.
またいつでも送るよ。
Aww, that's so sweet. That would definitely be problematic. I suppose. I guess. I was going to watch Okazaki leave, but I saw him watching me intently. What is it?
ね、君は困ったことがあって、あの探偵事務所に依頼したんだよね。
Oh, yeah, that's true.
俺もね、探し物をしてるんだ。彼らなら見つけてくれるかなって思ってた。
Oh? Past tense? Judging by the innocent smile on his face, whatever he was looking for seemed to be something he sincerely wanted to find. I was drawn in by his smile, which was very warm to even my heart. Did Yanagi's office help you find it?
もうすぐ見つかりそうかな。そんな予感がしてる。
Oh!
じゃあまたね。おやすみなさい、猫さん。
He still calls us kitty cat. Before I could ask him what he meant, Okazaki spun around and left. Ah. He is quite a mysterious individual. But he was someone who took his job seriously, and had a fiery determination to protect others. I also have to do my best to protect what's precious to me too. As I reflected upon Okazaki's attitude, I was reminded of my own personal situation as a police officer. When I got home, I could hear Kazuki laughing in his room. In the doorway, I noticed another pair of boy shoes. I glanced up at the clock. It was long past midnight. I should send him home. It'd be dangerous to make him leave now. Kazuki, could I talk to you? I'm getting DMs. Oh my god. He just... It's more cute fan art. I'm down bad, chat. I'm down bad. Without a reply, the door opened and Kazuki's irritated face peeked out.
何？今友達来てんだけど。
I know, but is your friend family okay with it? Did you make sure to tell them that he's safe? Kazuki clicked his tongue and glared at me.
大丈夫だから放っておいてくんない？
Jesus Christ, kid. Okay, whatever. tried to close the door, but I stuck my slipper in before he could. That's not alright. His parents might be worried, you know. Tell me whether you called them or not.
うるせえな。大丈夫だって言ってんだろ。
I saw someone behind Kazuki. Akito Sera, 18. Aww, it's him!
遅くまですみません。
Oh, Akito, good evening. Akito is Kazuki's best friend. Well, that's what I assumed he was, because he came over so often. It's dangerous to go out at this hour, so I don't mind if he stayed at night.
あ、すみません。じゃあ泊まらせてもらうって親に連絡しておきます。
Yeah, please do that.
もういいだろう。
Kazuki kicked my slipper out of its doorway and caroomed off the hallway. And it caroomed off the hallway wall. Ugh. With a tiny sigh, I slipped my foot back into the slipper. What a little shit! I organized a discarded mass of shoes in the entrance, thinking of Kazuki. Kazuki went to high school within Shinjuku. He persuaded our parents to let him go to school here, provided he stay with me, and left our distant hometown of Niigata. I'm sure Mom and Dad are worried. I contact them every once in a while. Wanting him to stay safe as possible, I once suggested Kazuki that maybe it'd be a good idea to stay home and not go to school. But he just said, "Are you kidding me?" and is in a really threatening tone. I mean, I suppose that's the whole reason why he came over here. Discouraged, I went to the living room and plopped down on my bed. I absent-mindedly turned on the TV where the X-Day incidents were dominating news coverage. While pondering life in general, my thoughts drifted to Kazuki. He didn't used to be that way. I came to Tokyo right after I graduated. When I lived in Niigata, even if we didn't get along, we could at least speak normally. Ever since he started staying here, our relationship has worsened. Day by day, it felt like we were drifting further and further apart. I wish we could go back to the way things were. Groggily turning, I felt a foreign object on my neck and snapped back to reality. That's right, for Kazuki. I need to uncover the truth behind X-Day. Yeah, we gotta do it for our little brother. We gotta protect him. I couldn't simply count on Yanagi's group. I wanted to contribute too. I got up and picked up the remote to shut off the TV.
では次のニュースです。若者から高い支持を集めている衆議院議員
A
の
rising
泉礼氏が
young government star. That sounds suspicious as fuck. That's totally not suspicious. Absolutely not. Who would be suspicious of a rising young government star wearing that looks like that? Oh, I remember him. When I was back at the academy, he had some really passionate supporters.
本人も新宿内にいる身として隔離された新宿区への安全保障を呼びかけるとともに X デー事件に言及し
I don't know how the government does things, but it seems like the police aren't the only ones having problems.
警察の落ち度と司法の在り方について
Oh,
批判
her.
した発言が問題沙汰にされており
Right, now I need to worry about myself. She's totally not suspicious at all. Scolding myself for getting distracted, I turned off the TV. I'll be starting my investigations tomorrow, so I should review the cases. I booted up my PC to go over some articles about the X-Day incidents. Which one should I review? Let's review them all. April and May incidents. Police abduction incident. April 4th, 20XX. It all began with this video. A video on the Shinjuku Station TV showed a group of what appeared to be tied up police.
汚れた日本を再生するため、これより X デイへのカウントダウンを開始します。
The altered voice of a disclosed list of scandals of the 4 people were accused of. Collusion with organized crime, embezzlement, trumping up evidence, excessive use of force, bullying fellow officers into suicide.
彼らのような犯罪者には裁きを下さなければなりません。 我々は世界の断りを再生させる。弱者が虐げられるだけの世の中を
I
変え
mean,
るの
they
です。
were bad cops, but damn, maybe a large death? I don't know. The viewers wondered if it was a tacky commercial. The indifferent voice echoed through Shinjuku. Then the video displayed these words.
X デイへのカウントダウン。
The gruesome countdowns mentioned at the start of video have begun. Officer abduction and murder. May 4th. The officers in the disturbing video haven't been found and the situation turned dire. This was a broadcast online, unlike in April. After the short intro, gunshots ran out. Why with the mascot heads, though? Why the mascot heads? Come on. When judgment was rendered, the voice spoke. Why the high-pitched voice? Why the mascot heads? Come on, have a little class. The police arrived far too late. The death of one officer was confirmed. However, many others' bloodstains were found, and 3 other victims had just vanished. June. What happened in June? Oh shit. Middle school explosion. June 4th, an explosion occurred at a middle school in Shinjuku, killing all members of a class. They were doing a science experiment at the time, so it was initially ruled as an accident. However, the damage caused changed the ruling. The Roman numeral 7 was drawn on the roof of the building, and a coin was found at the site, identical to the ones in the May crime. It was likely linked to the April and May cases. No fingerprints were found at the scene, and all people present perished, so much is still unknown about the case. Damn, they were in middle school. That's fucked up. Explosive residues were found, but they were easily obtainable components. A school festival had been held recently, so determining suspects has been difficult. Afterwards, the group calling itself Adonis uploaded a video in mid-June.
痛ましい事件が起きてしまいました。ですが、これは無差別殺人ではありません。死亡どれほどの罪を
Jesus, all of them? They were middle schoolers.
納得していただけるでしょう。我々アドニスは悲しみを救済するため、罪人への裁きを続け、X デイへのカウントダウン。7
A dedicated investigation office in Shinjuku Station was set up to handle X-Day cases. July. Stalker murder. July 1st. A man who had been stalking a woman was killed by a bystander. The assailant was caught on the spot. Many witness accounts thought it was a legitimate act of self-defense. However, the assailant was previously taken into custody as suspect for a May X-Day incident, so he's currently in detention. Afterwards, Roman numeral 6 and another coin was found at the victim's residence. Both the assailant and the stalking victim were suspected to have ties to Adonis, but no evidence was found to corroborate this. In early August, Adonis released a video declaring the incident part of the countdown.
一時でも身柄を拘束される。彼は一人の女性を救ったヒーローだというのに、女性は昔からストーカー被害を訴えていたにもかかわらず、我々アドニスはこの悲しみを見過ごせず、X でそして。
Interesting. I shall not make a comment. Jesus. Okay, August. What happened in August? Online gamer serial killings. This incident had the most victims aside from the June middle school bombing and crumbled opinion of internet users. August 2nd, 3 men were shot to death in Shinjuku. Okay, I remember this one. Okay, we have to go through all of them. September 7th.
自分はこの世界から必要とされ
Why does that one look like... Why does the doll look like Yanagi?
思ったことは生まれてきたことがそんな世界を作っ絶望の色を X デー
Yep. This is, next November. Disguised traffic accident.
世の星に
I ain't reading all that. That's enough for now. I think this is enough for now. Even for a summary, there was much to digest. Even if I decide to undertake this on my own, I would have no idea where to start. Need some direction. Oh, and if someone's working on the month's cases, we'll be working on it together. The letter said I needed to grasp the truth of X Day. In that case, it might be the quickest to investigate them as a whole with Yanagi. He was also sympathetic about the caller. Enomoto is looking into April and May, I think, the first case? April and May incident started it all, so there might be some good hints there. I had some personal interest in August when the quarantine and weapons policy were enacted. Sasuke's on August. I wonder if he'd really cooperate though. Next was let's just leave Shiraishi. Shiraishi was scary in his own unique way, and I want to avoid him. Out of the whole group, he was the only person who was openly enjoying my situation. He had a unique way of viewing my collar. He had a source of great amusement. Besides, Shiraishi is the one who could most easily plant the letters. If someone is at the station slipped a letter into investigations file, had to be wary. Blah blah blah. So, shadowy mole, rather Shiraishi. If I'm gonna investigate Shiraishi, I probably have to work on the case he has. He moved between the police and Yanagi's group. It was odd that he decided to reopen the already solved September case. I'm so confused. Further complicate things, I have to work on my day job while secretly investigating. I'm terrified, but I'll have no choice. Okay, I got a handle on what to do. Speaking of which, they told me to go to Sakuragawa for help getting intel help. I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah! The next day, I was on call for during my lunch break, and I could be summoned at any time. Before I eat, I should go see Sakuragawa in forensics. Yay! We get to actually investigate. Oh, or like not investigate, but actually we get an actual map. Okay. I took a deep breath to the front door of forensics and knocked. Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm coming in. I opened the door and spoke to the man sitting just beyond it. Good afternoon. I'm Mary Hoshino from the SRCPO local office. Is Kotoho Sakuragawa in?
お疲れ様です。ちょっと待っててください。おい、桜川。
A woman seated at the desk further inside reacted to call out. She was the woman I've seen on the photo. This was definitely Sakuragawa.
今手が離せな
Oh, she's so pretty! It's her! She's so pretty! I love her! Sakuragawa's eyes went wide as she saw me and she approached me right away. Good afternoon, I'm...
知ってるついてきな
With the curt response, Sakuragawa exited the room immediately without even waiting for me to do likewise. I anxiously hurried after her. Okay, we love a busy queen. She took me to the roof. we would obviously be less likely to be seen or overheard up here. Sakuragawa narrowed her eyes and scouted the area and spoke once she thought it was clear.
あんたのことは笹塚から聞いてる。柳さんがやってる探偵事務所に X デー事件についての依頼が来たんでしょ?
Unfortunately, I'd rather be hanging out with you, Queen.
調査協力者を警察に送り込んだから世話してやってほしいって。ほんと迷惑な話だよ。
I know, right? I'm so sorry to be putting you out here, Queen. I'm sorry. Sakuragawa shot a doubtful and disapproving glare at me.
あんたさ、バレたらクビだって分かってんの?
It's not like I have much of a choice, to be fair. I thought that was just a meet and greet, but Sakuragawa cut right to the chase. She was testing my dedication to the investigation. I thought I'd been doing everything I could each day to protect Shinjuku and its citizens. I thought that X Day investigation was a distant, different world than mine. But now I was right in the thick of it. Into the thick of it! Into the thick of it! I feel like that was a song, right? I'm not crazy. Who am I kidding? I am crazy. I want to do everything I can. There are things I need to protect. Obviously, getting involved with Yanagi's investigation would be a violation of my duties. But my real duty, the duty of the police, was to protect the safety of the Shinjuku ward. As a police officer, I wanted to protect whoever I could. If I was paralyzed by my position or methods, then I never make any progress in solving the cases. Atta girl! That's my girl. Even if that means I can't stay on the force. I made up my mind and looked straight at Sakuragawa. I came to you with all that in mind. It would be against regulations, but I will do my duty as a police officer. I swear I'm determined to do that. When I made my intentions clear, Sakuragawa's eyes went wide and she dropped her gaze.
そこまで言われて断ったら、私の方が悪者みたいじゃん。
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Queen. She looked up at me sighing.
わかった。できる限りは協力するよ。ま、笹塚と約束もしてるしね。
Oh, she's so nice. I love her. Chad, I love her so much. She's so pretty. Really?
でも、私に不利になることまでは協力してやれないからね。
Of course, that's only
ア
natural.
ドバイス程度のことしかできない時でも、絶対文句は言わないこと。
Yes, ma'am. She relented, perhaps because of how vigorously I was nodding.
ま、何かあったらおいで。空いてる時間なら対応してあげる。
Oh, she's so nice. I love her. Sakuragawa finished with a weak smile and I bowed deeply to her. Thank you so much.
やめて、大げさすぎ。
Her face scrunched up in displeasure and she folded her arms, sulking. I'm glad she seems like a good person. I was new, so I didn't know many people here. It was gratifying to know her when I had no idea who I could rely on in this situation. Next steps depend on me. I will do my best not to trouble her too much. Then my phone vibrated in my pocket. Yes, this is Hoshino.
星野、事件だ。被害者が出た。
Oh boy, fun.
住宅街での犯行らしくてな。現場が混乱してる。特防にも応援要請が入った。すぐに向かうぞ。
Aye, aye, Captain. I hung up the phone and saw Sakuragawa running for the rooftop exit. I'm sure she had orders to move out too. I have to hurry. I put my phone away and started running. Run, girl, run! Run for it!
X デーをお知らせ。
Uh-oh.
私たちは忘れてはならない。罪を生み出したことこれがゼロになった時死刑が執行される。
Oh, this must be terrifying. What the fuck?
このカウントダウンがゼロになる前にここに く助けて。死にたくない死にたくない死にたくない。
Oh god, that's fucked up. What the fuck? On the way to the scene in the squad car, I watched a video while listening to Mochida explain the situation. The video had been sent to the public email address of the Shinjuku PD a few hours ago. Unlike the past statements, this was only sent to the police for some reason. Apparently, the investigations HQ has enforced a gag order and was analyzing the video.
警察の動きを犯人側に知らせないための慣行令ということだが、まあ今や捜査員の数も増えて、どこから漏れるかわからないのは事実。
That's true, that's true. There could be rats anywhere. Mochida seems somewhat annoyed by Investigations HQ behavior. As if they suspected there was someone in the station working with Adonis. I mean, is that unreasonable? But that could be the truth. I softly touched my collar through the clothes. Any information I'd heard previously could be transmitted to the criminals. I have to tread very carefully. The gravity of the position I was in chilled me to my core. We're almost at the scene. A text? I suddenly moved my phone so Mochida couldn't see the screen. It's from Sasuke. The fuck does he want? It was a short message, but the implication came through loud and clear. Sasuke and the others probably already caught wind of the crime. Even though the gag order is in place, they don't seem to slow down at all. This is the perfect time to act. That's why. It's a new incident. Feeling strangely impressed, I closed my phone. Investigators and detectives were all over. Curious bystanders were also gathering at the scene. Pandemonium was an apt way to describe it. We showed our police notebooks and entered the apartment where the homicide had occurred. But we were still damn it, we were still too late. We had heard that the victim had already been killed and the suspect fled the scene before the police arrived. Yes, sir. Sakuragawa entered the room wearing a forensics uniform. Her tense expression relayed the severity of the crime to me. Look, I think I said this during Kita's stream when she played this. But like, you'd think she'd be wearing like a full bodysuit or something. Like, not just like a jacket and a hat. Like, I feel like it'd be easier to contaminate the scene with like if you're wearing an outfit like that, but I ain't a cop. Morioka, we have an approximate time of death. Oh, hello. I mean, what? Hello? How long ago? So we have... Damn.
これまで完全に数歩先を行かれていたことを考えると大進歩とも言えるでしょう。間に合わなきゃ意味がない。被害者を出してしまった以上、手放心得ています。だからこそ些細な情報も見逃せません。そのた無駄死にはさせない。ええ。桜川、被害者の身元は判明したのか。
田中悟、34歳。この部屋の住人で一人暮らしです。
Damn, that's sad. That's sad. I listened to their exchange, making sure to stay out of the way. If they'd located the crime scene just a bit sooner, it could have been prevented. I was sure that the investigators felt that frustration more than anyone else here. I knew how it felt to be toothless. People's lives depend on my actions. Investigations aren't that simple. Personal actions or not, I would bear that burden if I wasn't a collective state of mind. Then someone clapped me on the shoulder.
俺たちは周辺封鎖の手伝いと近隣住民への説明だ。犯行時刻からすると まだ犯人が近くに潜んでいる可能性も高い。取り逃がさないように。
Aye, aye, Captain. I won't let a single criminal escape my grasp. Yes, sir. After we set up the cordon and talked to the neighbors, we were told to gather information. Time fly in a flurry of activity. I realized it had gotten dark. Damn. Out there for a while then. Does this mean we're in Okazaki's route? Did I do it right? Did I do a thing? Soon it would be midnight. I walked through the streets of Shinjuku alone. After we finished interviewing witnesses, I returned to the station and filled in a report. My whole body was racked with fatigue. I just want to go home and rest. Still, I wanted to know what Sasuke and the others at the office managed to learn about this incident. I whipped myself into shape and began hurrying to the office. When I arrived at the office, I stopped in my tracks. Someone's collapsed. I seen the figure of someone collapse in the alleyway. Uh-oh. Who's passed out? Are you okay? As I rushed over in surprise, I was even more shocked when I saw his face. What the fuck is he doing here? He's fucking passed out in the middle of an alleyway. Bro, this is him. This is so him. This is so him. Okazaki? His eyes were covered by an eye mask, but the rest of his appearance was definitely Okazaki. Huh? An eye mask? I leaned in to get a better look at Okazaki. His rising and falling breaths were unmistakably the breaths of sleeper. No way, he fell asleep here of all places. You know what? That's so valid though. Like, must be exhausted. Fucking stalking people all day. I mean, not stalking, but observing. He's observing people all day. He was protecting them all day. I reached out to shake him awake, but my hand stopped just short of touching his shoulders. Actually, it would be better if he didn't see me. Hi, Jeremy! Hope you're doing well. I'd be in trouble if the police found out about me, so it'd be best to steer clear of him. But I just can't leave him here. Okazaki. I tried calling him in the quiet voice, but he showed no signs of waking. Okazaki! I raised my voice louder than before, but he still didn't wake up. Damn, dude's a fucking deep sleeper. What now? Oh, he's so cute! There was a man standing behind there. I didn't notice him at all. Because of my job, I tended to be pretty good at noticing people nearby. But he was able to approach from behind, and I completely failed to notice this man until he spoke. Again. He's done this before. Sir? I reflexively spoke, and was met with a smile. Saying that, the man rolled up his sleeves and drew a handgun from his... Just fucking draws his gun in order to wake him. It's like, he'll wake up if I shoot him in the foot. What? He fucking woke. He sensed danger. He senses the danger. Ooh. Okazaki was up in a flash, and he unleashed a lightning quick spinning roundhouse kick. He said his fucking spider senses. Fucking Spider-Man. He's Spider-Man. The gun was knocked out of the other man's hand. I almost feel bad for him, low-key. But like, you drew your gun. Like, bro. The man lost his balance, stumbled even further, and went down with a crash. My eyes couldn't keep up with how fast that takedown had been. What's happening?
あれ、吉成くんだったんだ。ごめん。
The casualty. Just how casual he's like, oh, it's just you, Yoshinari. Sorry. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to fucking brutally take you down.
ひどいっすよ先輩。っていうか途中で俺だって気づいてたでしょ。せめて否定してください。
Not even gonna deny it, bro.
吉成くんなら避けられるかなって。殺気はないって分かってたし、つい。
This is so him. This is so him, chat. This is him. I was still flabbergasted as I saw Okazaki casually brush the dirt from his uniform with a pleasant smile. I knew that SP officers were physically impressive, but the gap between my expectations and reality were pretty shocking. I feel like that's just Okazaki though. I feel like it's just Okazaki being really impressive.
Ah, Neko-san, konbanwa.
Okazaki smiled wanly as if he only noticed me there for the first time. He probably noticed me before. Despite how I found him, he had sharp senses. The fact that he reacted so casually was likely due to his personality. Dude does not give a shit.
Neko? Ah, この人が例の。
Huh? Did I introduce myself? No, I don't recall doing that.
自分は吉成秀明と申します。岡崎先輩とコンビ組んでて。
吉成くん。
The threatening tone. Like, don't say another word, you bitch. Little shit.
いった先輩足なんで踏むんですか
He talks too much. While I was confused by the greeting, Okazaki was angrily stepping on Yoshinari's foot. Maybe, perhaps, maybe a little. I noticed that Yoshinari had an SP badge on his chest too, which means, oh wow.
今日はいい天気っすね、先輩。
もう夜だよ、吉成くん。
そうっすよね。そう。こんな夜中に女性の一人歩きは危ないんじゃないですか？ね、先輩。
I'm gonna ignore that. He was clearly trying to change the subject, desperately so. Still looking annoyed, Okazaki let out a sigh and nodded.
それは俺も思う。いくら銃を持ってても夜は危ないよ。吉成くんの言う通り、君は可愛いから。
No, you're cute. Leave me alone.
はい、可愛いとまでは言ってません。
ね、吉成くん。
His smile.
はい、そうっすね。超可愛いっす。
I don't want to hear that it's dangerous to walk alone for the guy who falls asleep in alleyways. No, you're so real, queen. Tell your truth. More importantly, I had to be cautious of Okazaki. Yoshinari's earlier panic had been trying to cover up the fact that they both had figured out my name. Which means Okazaki already knows. Of course he already knows. He's very thorough in his job.
吉成くん、タケルくんたちの様子を見てきてくれる？
了解っす。あとはお若い人たちでごゆっくり。
After watching Yoshinari disappear, Okazaki smiled weakly.
彼の方が若いんだけどね。
Okazaki went quiet, and we shared an awkward silence together. He was watching me. It looked like he wasn't sure how to break the ice. So you knew. Obviously he knew my name, but he probably also figured out my identity too. Okazaki nodded slightly with a troubled smile.
ごめんね。調べさせてもらった。立場上無視するわけにはいかなくて。
No, that's fair. That's fair. That's very fair. Oop. To him, I was a strange woman who had approached the people he was protecting. Knowing that, I had no right to complain about either his caution or the background check. The SP could request coordination with the police, so if he looked me up, he'd know it in no time. No, I should be apologizing for misleading you about my identity. Let me reintroduce myself. I'm Meri Hoshino from Shinjuku Police.
彼らに近づくのは仕事の一環?
I wasn't sure how to answer that direct question. Can't say. Right now, I had no idea if I should say yes or no. Even if I found a clever way to lie to him, it probably wouldn't work. And above all, I was reluctant to lie to a fellow police officer. I can't say. After thinking it over, that's what I decided. Hey! Oh my god, I did it! Okazaki's demeanor didn't change, and he smiled wanly at me again.
そっか。じゃあ質問を変えるね。ね、君は警察官として動いてる?
Removing the collar was my top priority. In any case, my life was at stake. Still, I had very strong suspicion that the collar would be key to solving the X-Day incidents. And if I was the clue that would lead to us closer to culprits, I certainly wanted to use that to its fullest extent. That was my conviction as police officer. Yes. When I nodded, Okazaki seemed to smile in relief.
だったら大丈夫だね。
In other words, he wouldn't be able to overlook it if I was acting on my own, rather than as part of my duty as a police officer. That's fine. Okazaki, your mission is protecting Yanagi and his team. Is there any reason they're so valuable? After taking some time to reflect on the question, Okazaki's face turned slightly serious.
X デー事件が警察の体制に反感を持つ組織によるテロだとしたら、元警察の彼らにも危険が及ぶ可能性がある。特に彼らは在職時に能力を買われていた人材で、今は独自に X デー事件を捜査している立場でしょ?
Is the game quiet? Hopefully it's not. Let me know if it's too quiet.
事件に巻き込まれる可能性が高いし、元は同じ組織だった彼らを放っておけないしね。
It was a plausible explanation, but he spoke that like he was detached from it all, so it's probably not true. The SP's primary mission is to protect valuable people, or regular civilians in great dangers. Shinjuku had turned into a dangerous area, so there should be plenty of people in the city more important than Yanagi and his team. Moreover, it seemed bizarre to me that SP would task its valuable resources to address a potential threat to former officers. He's hiding something after all. Yeah, it's likely not true.
俺が守るべきものはね。
I could still clearly recall Okazaki's profound tone when he said that. Does that mean Yanagi's team? No, that's probably not it. The way it looked when he said that, he had to be referring to something else. Is he watching Yanagi's group in order to protect that other thing? Does he suspect him of being on the other side? Damn, this is a lot of information.
困らせちゃったかな。
My expression must have given away at the skepticism I felt. Okazaki held his head with a bitter smile and smoked while looking up the office building.
彼らを守る必要はあるよ。少なくとも犯人と接触する可能性があるくらい、実力も捜査にかける熱意も本物だと思う。だからこそ。
He abruptly paused, his gaze distant, then it dropped. Okazaki?
だから俺は彼らともっと仲良くなりたいって思うんだよね。
He's just a nice guy, guys. He's just a nice guy. He genuinely loves his job. And he's searching for something that important, something worth protecting. He's a good guy. Right.
守るべき人間としてふさわしいか。それを知りたいっていうのもあるかな。
Don't you have it backwards? He's been charged with protecting people. He didn't even know if they were worth protecting.
それから君ともね。
Oh?
君とももっと仲良くなりたいな。
I want to get along better with you too, Okazaki. When you said that, I grew wary again. Like, I felt like I was being misled in several ways. While it might have been a compliment, I had no idea of Okazaki's true intentions, so it felt disconcerting. I felt I should keep my distance.
ね、もしかして事務所に用事があったんじゃない？
I finally remembered what I originally came here to do.
やっぱり。だったら俺も一緒に行くよ。
Huh? This is very bad. I could speak openly with Yanagi's team if the topic of the collar was off limits. I could only imagine how upset they would be having Okazaki there. I'll be fine, I can get there on my own. I firmly denied him, but Okazaki just took my hand and dragged me along. He's very insistent on protecting everyone. He's very insistent, but I love that about him.
遠慮しなくてもいいよ。
I'm not being shy. Okazaki wouldn't let go no matter what I said, and I eventually entered the office half dragged.
だからそもそも勝手に入ってくんなって何回言えばわかるんだよ。
Is that voice Enomoto?
照れなくてもいいんですよ、ミネオさん。この吉成秀明、たとえ槍が振ろうと
So they were trapped anyway.
守ります。キリ。
That's right, Okazaki sent Yoshinari ahead first. I timidly stepped into the noisy room.
キリじゃねえよ。だいたい照れてねえし、迷惑だって言ってんだ。ははん。ミネオさんはまだ俺の進化を分かっていませんね。
His true worth of being adorable.
俺はこう見えてすっごく役に立つ人間なんです。例えばその本棚に隠してあるいかがわしい本、好きな子にバレそうになった時には俺がささっとさりげなく懐に入れたり。うぎゃー！お前！どこまで知ってんだよ。
Enomoto being called out. He's being called out. It's so funny. They know all. They know everything.
あ、聞きたいっすか？じゃあ奥のベッドの下にある。
He knows about the fucking DVD under his bed. It's got. At this point, that's just being a stalker.
やめて！お願いだからそれ以上言わないで！
It was pretty obvious that Okazaki wasn't the only person that was viewed as a nuisance around the office. But they looked like they were having fun. Maybe he actually gets along well with Enomoto. I had taken the opportunity to enter, so Enomoto noticed me gawking at the scene in the doorway.
おい、岡崎までなんで連れてきてんだよ。
I didn't mean to, but it just ended up that way, okay? It's not my fault.
厄介なのが揃ったな。
Yanagi emerged from behind the partition with an exasperated look on his face.
何考えてんだバカ猫。さっさと追い出せ。
You think I didn't try? Okazaki looked up from his computer to snipe at me. Fuck you! Fuck you! Oh. Those are some painful stares. But Okazaki ignored the criticism and turned to Sasasuka with a raised index finger.
こら、タケルくん。バカ猫はかわいそうだよ。せめて猫さんって呼んであげて。
Yeah, at least call me Miss Cat. At least be nice when referring to me. Look, Cat isn't my name.
そうだよね。だったら、俺はちゃんと名前で呼びたいな。
My given name?
呼んでもいい？
Sure, yeah. You flashed a smile so pure that my heart skipped a beat. Enchanted by that smile, I unthinkingly responded with the downcast eyes. Sure, if you'd like. Girl is down bad. Girl is down bad.
おいおいおい、ちょっと待った。そこ、何ほのぼのしてんだよ。これ、そのボケボケ SP と和んでる場合じゃねえだろ。
Oh, says you. Says you, Enomoto. Says you. Fuck you.
岡崎、悪いがこいつと個人的な話がある。今日のところは帰ってくれないかな。
個人的な話？
Okazaki looked back and forth between Yanagi and I blankly. His shoulders dropped a bit, and he sighed quietly.
わかった。吉成くん、帰ろう。
また来るっす。次は差し入れ買ってきますね。もう二度と来んじゃねえ。
Don't be rude, Enomoto. Don't be rude. When they left, everybody in the room sighed heavily.
バカ猫、なんで連れてきやがった。
I didn't mean to. Look, he marches at the beat of his own drum.
まさかお前らいつの間にそういう関係に。
Well, not yet, but not at all. I just spotted him downstairs. I explained what happened earlier and how I'd been discovered.
やっぱりそうか。いずれはバレることだったろうし、要は首輪のことがバレなければいいんだ。管轄も違うし、今のところは巡回ルートに入ってるとでも言ってごまかすしかないな。
とりあえず電波調べた限りじゃこの部屋が盗聴されてるようなことはね。そもそもあいつら機械音痴だから盗聴器をつけられるような心配ねえけど。
I mean, you never know.
それより窓の外に張り付いて盗み聞きしてる可能性の方が高いだろう。
That's true. That happened before, even on the 5th floor. What's their image of those two? This wasn't the time to be imagining such things. I had a reason for coming here. So about today's incident, how much do you know about it?
笹塚が得た情報の範囲だが。
Summing up what I heard from Yanagi, we knew. The crime occurred at the victim's residence. The murder weapon was a suppressed firearm, so the neighbors didn't hear the gunshots. The victim was currently unemployed. He was employed at a game development studio. I think his name was Satoru Tanaka. It matched everything I knew.
お前の方で他に得た情報。
According to statements from the witnesses, the victim had moved in recently and seemed to have a nocturnal lifestyle. Also, he seemed to be afraid of going outside.
当然だな。いつ自分が次のターゲットになるか気が気じゃなかったんだろう。
You're saying that he anticipated that he would be targeted?
コインも一致したし確定だ。どうせ容疑者はすぐ捕まるだろうけど、あとは俺が調べる。
Oh, Sasasuke ignored my question and continued his report.
被害者の田中悟は8月の事件の発端になった例のネットゲームの開発者だ。
Oh? I turned to Yanagi in surprise. Now I understood what Sasuke was getting at. So that's why he knew he might be a target. He must have been in constant fear. In August, many players of a popular online video game had been murdered. If Tanaka was part of the development staff for that game, he had a reason to be targeted.
まあ、だが問題はそこじゃない。今回の事件で重要視すべきなのは、これまでの X デー事件とは毛色が違うことだ。
That is true. What do you mean? You think it might be a copycat crime?
そこからかよ。
Bruh, leave her alone. Leave her alone. Sasasuke sounded disgusted with me, but I paid him no mind and looked at Yanagi.
これまでと同じように、現場にローマ数字やコインは残されている。白石に確認したが、コインは例の特殊な作りのやつでな。模倣犯でないことは、やっぱりそうだな。じゃなきゃ、犯人側の行動に説明がつかない。
What do you mean on purpose? Once I confirmed that I still wasn't quite following along, Sasasuke pointedly sighed very loudly.
操作しないと殺すって言われてんだから、足りない脳みそ使って本気で考えろよ。
Shut up! Leave me alone!
使えないだろう。
This man speaks so rudely. I felt the blood rush to my face.
最低限の操作能力は知っときたいよな。お前はなんか不審に思う点とか。
Suspicious. What was different about this crime? The scope of the broadcast. First, the scope of the broadcast was smaller. X-Day Crimes so far had been publicly viewable videos to highlight police scandals and the inadequacies of the law. But for some reason, this video had only been sent to the police.
そうだな。じゃあ、なぜ警察に限定して送ったんだと思う？
To provoke them?
広い意味では間違ってないが。
これまでだって X デイ事件が起こる。
Shit.
さ
That's definitely true. I felt shame for my ignorant answer.
あっちの意図に挑発が含まれてるのは、動画の配信を警察内部に限定したのは、さらに警察内部でも情報漏洩を
つまり犯人は動画を見ることができる人間を一部に絞りたかったって。
But all the others were shown across the nation. Why would they limit it this time?
そこをお前が考えて答えるんじゃねえの？
Yeah. They limited the release because... it was a fucking accident. Oopsie, didn't mean to send it.
そういうことですよね。
これまでは全国に動画を公開していたが、多くの人間の目に触れる分、寄せられる情報も多かった。映っている人、場所。
無駄な情報が多すぎても混乱するが、捜査側は情報が多いに。
So they throw in some like false information or whatever, and then just throw everyone off. Okay, okay. Big brain, big brain. I don't know if that's actually big brain, but in my heart of hearts, it's big brain. There was a specific reason why Adonis limited the release of the video, when they usually wanted the general public to watch. Basically, they were afraid that the police would catch on too quickly.
まあここまで言えばさすがに新人のお前でもわかるか。
But they still made a statement knowing it could be a liability.
で、狙ったかのようなタイミングでギリギリ犯人が逃げた直後に
そして X デイ事件は単独犯じゃない。アドニスという組織ぐるみで行われている。星野、ここまでの情報で犯人側アドニスの意図をどう推察する？
They deliberately sent the video to police. They had chosen a window that ran the risk of the culprit being apprehended. The first thing I could conclude was... oh god. The crime was poorly planned.
そういうことになる。
Previous XA crimes were elaborately designed murders. No unnecessary evidence was left at the scene. Suspects with apparent motive had unnaturally clean alibis. The crime scene had nondescript video evidence, but this time it was all different. Whether or not they had done it for the thrill, they've been far too lackadaisical in their crime. If they were slower, they might have been caught, but they still made a video, which means they had prepared for that outcome. Even if they were caught, it wouldn't hurt Adonis. Rather, it might play right into their hands. Is that right? Shut up! We literally just got here. We literally just got here.
ま、最初だしな。捜査経験ねえのにすぐ分かっちまったら逆にビビるし。
ここに来てあえて計画性の
Yeah, exactly. What Enomoto said.
まだ推測の域だが、駒を切り捨てにかかった可能性は高いな。
今日の事件の容疑者はもうほぼ絞られてるはずだ。
おそらく近日中に捕まるな。
The conversation had moved past me again, and I thought hurriedly.
これだけヒントを与えても目的達成は揺るがないって自信があんだろ。だよな。首輪の向こうで聞いてる最高野郎。
I imagined the prick of pain to come from the collar of response to Sasuke's abrasive challenge. But the collar didn't respond or inject anything into my body.
何にせよ、アドニスのやり方が変わってきているのは事実だ。指揮系統が入れ替わったか、内部分裂か。これも計画のうちか。
それがつけ入る隙になるかもしれないっすからね。
As Enomoto nodded spiritedly, Yanagi muttered something.
白石が言うにはだいぶ前から変だった話だ。
っていうかこれ毎回やるのかよ。バカね。根節丁寧に説明してやったところで時間の無駄としか思えない。
Fuck you! Fuck you! What? Sasuke's words struck a nerve. It was true I didn't keep up with their discussion and I was aware of my own limits. But you don't have to put it like that.
もともと8月は笹塚の担当だ。あとはお前に任せる。
了解。
Yanagi changed the subject without commenting on Sasuke's remarks. It wasn't just Sasuke. Yanagi and Enomoto also thought poorly of my detective skills. Well, we're not a detective, we're a police officer! I don't know what they expect. I don't know what they expect of her. But I could give them any details on what on at the station. That was enough. That was the only reason why I was here. It was a painful realization.
で、お前はどうするんだ？どの事件を追うか決まったのか？
I looked up in blank confusion at the sudden question. It calmed me somewhat. I mentally reviewed everything I knew about the X-Day incidents. Sasuke is right. The team has pursuing these cases for a long time, so it was clear that I was wasting their time by getting involved without knowing anything. The Roman numeral left at the crime scene today was 1. The last number would be 0. There wasn't even a month left until X-Day. What can I do with that brief time? My duty, and the situation I've been forced into. When I factored them both in, I was so obvious. Compared to the rest of you, I don't have any outstanding talents, nor do I have much experience with detective work. But I want to help out in any way I can possibly can.
お前にできること。
I can listen to what people are talking about. When I stated it clearly, the three of them were clearly caught off guard. Yesterday, when I looked through the X-Day files, what jumped out to me was a person that was neither the victim nor the assailant. The victim in this incident was a woman who was once the victim of an obsessive stalker.
7月の事件のことか。
Yes, for a time she was suspected to be involved in the murder of the stalker. She also suffered severe backlash from the public. People were alleging that she might have been stalked through some fault of her. Well, it's never your fault that you're being stalked. People are just crazy. People are crazy. That's why stalkers exist. It's never if you're being stalked, it's not your fault. I don't understand the logic of that. What is the logic behind, oh, you must have done something if you're being stalked? That's so fucking stupid. That's so stupid. No one asked to be stalked. Like, what? In what situation would you ask to be stalked? It's so dumb. Her background was thoroughly checked, but no connections were made to either the terrorist nor the man who killed the stalker. After that, her description was excised from the official documents. Whether or not she was connected to the incident, it was taken a heavy toll on her reputation. I feel bad for her. The police bear some responsibility for failing to stop the stalking in the first place. I wonder if I could meet her and ask about what really happened. Besides, no one else was working on this case. I wouldn't waste the team's time, and I was sure my position would help me find some information. That was another reason why I wanted to take this one. The assailant was arrested on the scene of the crime and was currently in detention. He hadn't tried to commit suicide like these detained. Hi, Insanity! He hadn't held in detention. Whether it was actual self-defense is unknown. I want to learn the truth of the incident. You just ignore what I just. Well, now you're. I can't unsee that. Look. scrolling up because I'll freak out if I see that. if that's like at the corner of my eye this entire time. After my lengthy proposal, the other three seemed slightly impressed.
確かに4月はその女性を中心とした事件だ。一見するとストーカーをこじらせた人物が女性に危害を加えようとして返り討ちにあった。それだけの事件にも見えるが。
殺されたストーカー男の部屋からは X デー事件を象徴するコインが発見されてる。模倣犯じゃないのは確実だ。
つまりだな、これまで同様に計画性のある X デー事件だってこと。どうだ、わかったか？
Yep.
何偉そうに言ってんだ、単細胞バカが。
Shut up, Sasuke. Why is he so rude? I don't understand. I don't understand. What is the point of it?
うるせえな。新人教育っつったら俺の出番だろうが。
バカとバカがくっついてくれた方が俺は助かる。
Shut the fuck up. You're blind.
口やかましいワカメだなったく。つっても7月の事件の情報については俺たちもあんまり把握できてないんだよな。加害者が交流中だからか、警察内部の動きもやたら鈍いみたいでさ。
Has Shiraishi given you anything?
あいつは今9月の事件に夢中で他の事件に興味を示さない。
I see. That sounds just like him, for real. Okay. With that, the meeting ended. It was late, and so Yanagi decided he'd walk me home. Oh hey! It's not Okazaki walking us home this time. While we walked down the stairs, Yanagi looked back at me with a concerned look.
榎本も言っていたが、7月の事件は俺たちの方でもあまり深く調べてなくてな。
Is it okay to talk about this outside? There's a suspect in custody after all.
渡せる情報は少ないが、何かあったら連絡してくれ。首輪のこともある。無茶はするなよ。
Aw, he's so nice. Thank you. I was happy for his concern, but it didn't really resonate me for some reason. Part of me has been relying on Yanagi's team. Not in a tangible way, but I've been tagging along. But that didn't sit right with me.
ところで星野、岡崎圭とやけに親しいみたいだったが。
No, I just happened to run into him a few times. We're not on particularly close terms.
とぼけた顔して強引だからな。気づけば懐に入られやすいが。
A bit late for that.
岡崎には気をつけろ。隙を見せない方がいい。
Huh? What do you...
俺が何?
Oh. We turned around to face the voice standing there smiling. Yanagi or Okazaki? Because I'm playing Yanagi? Definitely yes. Definitely yes. Okazaki is currently my favorite, but I think that's mostly because I think he's a really funny character. Okay, then Yanagi. He is definitely my type, honestly. He fits the profile. Yeah. I can't deny it. Yanagi's hot. Look, he's just missing the long hair. But then again, I saw him and had to make sure it wasn't cute. Oh, let me. Oh. No, that's Louis. Where did I put? There he is. I mean, I can see it. It's short hair cute. He's short hair cute. Apparently we can't play his route unless we play all the other routes. So currently, I'm like, I know what, I might as well play through Okazaki's route because I like him. He's so funny. I love him.
When did you? ずっ とここに立ってたんだけどな。
It's epilogue Giyu with both arms. It's Giyu's reincarnation. Reincarnated Giyu. Yanagi also seemed shocked that he failed to notice Okazaki. I definitely can't get careless around him.
もう帰るの？だったら俺が送ってくよ。
Aw, that's so nice of you.
いや、星野は俺が送っていく。
the boys are fighting.
でも、柳さんは彼女の家を知らないよね。
お前は知ってるのか？
No, he did walk me home one time because it was late.
じゃあ行こうか。
勝手に決めるな。本人に案内してもらえば済む話だ。
He's a gentleman. Look, they're both gentlemen. They're both gentlemen.
でも、知ってる人と一緒に帰った方が案内しなくていいから楽だよね。
Ladies, there's plenty of us to go around. Kick his son at me, look at ass nug. No, but he doesn't have Sanami's personality. He's so funny. I love him. He has like, he's so goofy. He's so goofy. Look, there's a different character with blue hair that's basically Sanami. Exactly! He's just a silly little guy. He's just a silly little guy. It's like what no! Because Kokichi's a little shit. Kokichi's a little shit. Okazaki he's a silly guy and he's nice. He's actually nice. In the end, they couldn't decide which of them would rock wheel. Ladies, there's plenty of her to go around. Awkward. No matter how much I refused, I was beginning to realize that Okazaki was gonna follow me wherever I went.
さ、前から思ってたんだけど。
Okazaki addressed Yanagi from my other side.
柳さんは俺のことが嫌いだよね。
He's like, dude, you're only just noticing this?
嫌いとかじゃなくてだな。
I understood what Yanagi wanted to say. He's doing this because he's worried about the collar. I would be in danger if the collar was exposed. Also, Yanagi didn't accept the reason that Okazaki provided for why he was protecting the team. I'm gonna call with you and debate why Kokichi's just a silly little... Look, I just don't like him. He wasn't sad when Kaede died, and I refuse to believe that he was any form of upset. So I'm like, I just don't like him.
お前が俺たちを監視しているのは知ってる。関わり合いになりたくないのは当然だろう。
ああ、もしかして俺が君たちのこと全部警察に報告するって思ってるの？
Are you not?
そう思うのが普通だ。
まあとりあえず俺の任務のことは置いておくとして。
そこは置いといちゃダメじゃないか。
とにかくね、俺は純粋に君
He's
たちの
sad. He
ことを
just
知り
doesn't
たいんだ。
show it like a sane person. I have yet to see that. Maybe I'll see more. Maybe I'll see what you mean in like later chapters. But currently, I can't say it.
なんでだ？
人として興味があるからかな。
That's so valid, Okazaki. You're so valid. While Yanagi and I were at loss for an answer, Okazaki changed the subject.
さっき7月の事件がどうのって言ってたけど、もしかして再捜査してるの？
I involuntarily stiffened up. Just how long has he been eavesdropping on the conference? See, it's like what I said. Why are we talking about this outside? He shows it in chapter 2. I look forward to it then, because I can't imagine it. This is exactly what I mean. Like, why the fuck are we talking about this outside? Where Okazaki could just, like, appear out of thin air. He is Kokichi. No! Don't compare my man to fucking Kokichi. No. It was just that I've taken personal interest in, so I was asking Yanagi about it. Okazaki smiled softly as I fumbled around for an excuse.
そんなに慌てないで。君の仕事に口出すつもりはないよ。何か事情があるんでしょ。同じ警察官だからって話せないことはあるし、そんなに警戒しなくても大丈夫。興味本位で聞いてみただけだから。
Yanagi was obviously having a hard time swallowing Okazaki's supposed flightly bouts of curiosity. His face said it was confused because he didn't know what Okazaki was thinking. Let's talk about this very private and sensitive topic outside where anyone can hear. Exactly. Let's talk about one of the few things that we can't talk about out in public because it will literally put suspicious on you, which we can't do because we're trying to avoid the subject of your collar because we talk about it, you'll fucking die. Like, yeah, fucking smart move, Yanagi.
7月の事件か。でもあれって正当防衛だって言われてるよね。加害者はすでに捕まってて、ストーカー被害に遭った女性を守るためにやったことだって自白してる。あとは過剰防衛かどうかだけど、守るためにやったことなのに罪に問われるのは少しかわいそうだな。
かわいそう。正当防衛だからといって殺人は殺人だ。許されるものじゃない。
Do it! Yanagi's tone was unusually forceful. His expression grew stern.
それに、加害者の男はもともと5月の事件で容疑者候補に上がっていた。X デイ事件の一つと考えれば、誰が見ても怪しいのは事実。
あくまで容疑者候補だし、5月の事件では確かなアリバイもあったよね。
We're having a debate right here, right now, I guess.
それに、彼がストーカーに襲われてた女性を守ったのも事実でしょ。守るために必要な犠牲もあるよ。
だからって殺されていいわけじゃない。人の命を奪うのに正当な理由なんて一つもない。
Battle of wills right here. They both continued their debate across me. Neither looked like they would back down. They seemed to be incompatible. The way they think is completely opposite. Both of them had valuable perspectives about the July case. I reflected on that discretion. I see Yanagi and Okazaki off and headed back to my apartment. Near my house, I saw a silhouette. Oh, it's Kazuki. He's back early today. I felt relief as I went to talk to him.
それじゃあ、明日スタジオで。
Oh?
楽しみにしてる。
I noticed that Kazuki was talking with someone. He dresses loudly. Is that Kazuki's friend? But I recognized him from somewhere. While I was thinking about that, both of them head off. What should I do? I missed my chance. Kazuki stays out often recently. He also goes out late at night too. If he's hanging out with the wrong people. Oh, we're actually going to. Oh, this is, I mean, I don't know how Sure, we'll follow the other guy. Oh shit, we're following him far. I don't think it was good to follow him, but I was curious about Kazuki's friends, and my curiosity got the better of me. Concert club? The man went inside. Excuse me. I nervously called up to stop him. I'm sorry to be so forward, but may I have a word with you?
悪いけど、急いでるから。
Wait, how should I explain it?
君、ずっと俺の後をつけてたよね。
That's...
そういうの迷惑だからやめてって。
いつも言ってるは。
Huh?
出待ちも角のつきまといも元気。君見たことないけど、新しい子ファンになってくれるのは嬉しい。でもマナーは守って
No,
ちゃんとしてる他の子にも。
Oh, he shut the door on me and I don't know what I should do. Shit. I look back at my actions. I felt ashamed because of how pathetic my actions seem. Huh? Oh, she's so cute! Look at her outfit. She's a little bunny. Look, turn around, I see a young girl. She smiles while moving her face close to mine. I felt a strange pressure and stepped backwards. I'm sorry? I'm sorry? I'm sorry? What the fuck? Shit, what the fuck? Girl straight up fucking killed us. What the fuck? Damn it. Damn it. Skip. How do I... Oop. Damn it. I'm skipping through all this. I'm skipping through. This is gonna take forever. Fuck, I should have saved before I made that decision. He's very sleepy, whatever. There we go.
そうだね。身を挺して警護対象者を守らなくちゃ。
Apparently?
これはあんまり苦に思わないんだ。守れる環境があるだけで嬉しいから。
Maybe he's stoic when it comes to his job. He did fall asleep on me last time. Sorry I had to walk me home. If your work is tiring. I'll be fine on my own.
これくらいなんともないよ。猫さんと話すのは楽しい。
I couldn't help but chuckle at the wide grin he flashed me. No, this is no time to be laughing. Yanagi and the others were wary of him, and I knew I shouldn't get too involved. I got caught up in his rhythm. I thought an SP Asia would feel more cold and unapproachable, but you don't seem that way to me, Okazaki.
それって、俺は君にとって親しみやすいってこと？
He is friendly. What do you mean? Huh? Well, I suppose you could say that.
猫さんに嫌われてないのは嬉しいな。
He seemed genuinely happy about that. I felt my cheeks go flush. Even though I was wary, I was getting swept up in this silliness. Can't allow myself to get careless. I need to stay cautious. Once I started thinking that, I couldn't think of things to discuss, so we ended up not talking about anything else and we reached my home. When I got home, I heard... Oh, right. Yeah, we're... Bestie, it's his bestie. We're gonna skip through this. At least we don't have to reread this. I think. I hope. Oop. Did not mean... Oop. Can I just... I have to reread all of it. We're gonna skip through it. We're gonna skip through it. Yeah. Gamer incident. Little stuffies, they look so cute even though they're kind of spooky at the same time. Everything about this game is kind of spooky-o. It's perfect for the October month. Oh, I already... Oops. Oopsies. Already did that one. E. You should tell Kita that. I think they'd be excited. Yeah, blow up this. Oh. There we go. Yep, that's enough for now. We're gonna skip through it again. Skip through it again. Oh?
直近の事件だってあるのに。
Well.
それより、それでも。
Oh? Justice. Adonis had used the word repeatedly. They seemed to be planned to continue the murders, but I thought there were more to it. At least that was my gut feeling. The police are working hard on the cases, but we still have information gaps on the X-Day crimes. These X-Day crimes are just that dense. There's so much going on in every case. I thought it would be best to start from the beginning. That's not true at all. It's true that I'm inexperienced, but I want your advice because you seem been at so many crime scenes. Aww. Yeah, I know. Thank you. I love you, Queen. Continue to skip through it. Damn it! What do you mean? What do you mean? Wait, why am I on the wrong? What? What the fuck? Okay, there we go. I want to switch. We're just gonna spam. We're just gonna spam. Fuck it, you know.
誰を守ってるのかとか、どういう仕事なのかとか、そういうのだったら普通だけど。
There we go, there we go, there we go. Speed run through the entire fucking game. Fuck, I have to go through the entire incidents again! Chat, I'm so fucking useless. I'm Look, it's not my fault. It is my fault. I changed my answers. I changed my answers when the one thing I know about fucking otome games is that you can't change your answers unless you want to fucking go on a different route or ending. You think I'd played enough otome games to fucking know that just by heart. But no. Insanity, I feel like you'd like Inamoto. He's a little stupid, but he's a nice guy. Hi, Wolfie! Ah, shit. I'm rereading the same one! Oop. Finally! It's enough! No more reading! No more reading! Ah! I fucked up a little bit and got myself killed. So I have to go all I had to reload the save from the beginning in order to get back to where I was. There are things I need to protect. Please save. Ooh. It's okay though, cause we're getting pretty close back to where we were. All this yapping is hurting my throat. I'll say it again. I still can't believe that's the uniform for forensics. There we go. We're on the right route now. You should play Collar X Malice. As you can see, there are hot guys. You don't have to. It's like. That's fair. That's fair. I've just been spending too much money lately. Then again, I've been meaning to play this game for a while. Silent Hill. More like Loud Hill because of all the screaming I would do if I was playing that game. A lot of yapping. Come on. Scope. To revoke the police. Throw off the investigation. Crime was poorly planned. Yeah. We're gonna be the ones to talk to people. We got the social skills that these losers don't have. Imagine having social skills. Could not be me. I wonder if... Yep, this is where we left off. Yeah, they gotta increase them social stats. Hold on, let me check something. I need to check something. Okay. Okay. I checked something. I'm dead. I'm back. Okay, so following the other guy got us killed. I'm gonna save, because I'm gonna follow Kazuki. Feels like if it feels like the timing is right, I should try and ask him. He told me not to get involved, or it didn't concern me, and tried to change the subject. I cited the predictable outcome while I followed Kazuki inside. Oh shit. What the fuck is this?
私は何も聞いていないのですが、12月のカウントダウンは一つだったはずです。それなのになぜ増やす？どういう意味ですか？あなたの命令なら執行者は動きます。それだけは私もコントロールできません。分かっていて、彼女。ああ、首輪の実験体です。
What the fuck is this?
彼女が7月を気にしていたんですか？やけに彼女のことを気にするんですね。いえ、何でもありません、ゼロ。長年の悲願が果たされる日は目前です。雑事に惑わされず、たとえ私たちが選ぶ道をたがえても、昔誓ったあの約束。
You can break an oath. It's an oath like this. Breaking that isn't gonna kill you. Come on. Why you gotta bring our anarchy? Come on, that's so inconvenient. December 8th, 7 a.m. The next day, I was listening to the news on TV while making breakfast for Kazuki.
7月に起きた X デー事件の一つと言われるストーカー男性傷害致死事件の裁判は依然として難航しており、
Was it justified self-defense or not? That was the point I was still undetermined. No progress, huh? As I turned off the gas stove and transferred the omelet to a plate. Kazuki, breakfast is ready. Should eat it before it gets cold. I waited for a while, but no answer came. With a sigh, I returned to the living room to get ready to go to work. Brothers, am I right? When I get to the station, the first thing I should do is read more about the July incident in the database. I wanted to speak to detectives who were on the case at the time, but they might get suspicious if I approached him without a legitimate reason. Still, it's best to ask someone who was there. I walked without thinking about my next steps. Ah! I wasn't paying attention as I walked and bumped into someone. Ah, shit. We're causing trouble. I'm sorry. Ew. I'll pass. I'm on my way to work. That's not good. I'm an officer. I'm an officer of the law. Just walked into a load of trouble. It might be quicker to show them a police officer, but if they had some animosity towards the police, it would invite even further trouble. I'm in a hurry. When I tried to push past the two insistent men, one of them grabbed my arm. Giving my luck a shot in the gift of games Reddit for Silent Hill Florida room. I wish you luck. I hope you get the game. He raised his voice then. The man let go of my arm with a genuine yelp of pain, unlike earlier. Huh? It's him! Okazaki! Okazaki had suddenly appeared from behind, twisting the man's arm. He casually sent the man flying with one hand. Oh my god, yes! Okazaki dodged a punch from the side with ease, and set the second man hurling into the wall with a kick. Holy shit! He effortlessly threw the third man who rushed at him from behind. His movements were so fluid, I thought I was watching a dance performance. He's such a gentleman! He's such a gentleman! Okazaki gently scolded them without showing any needing to catch his breath. What a badass. What a badass gentleman. The men scrambled away, each trying to outpace the other. Aww, Okazaki turned to me with a look of genuine concern. Thank you very much, you saved me. Aww, but what are you doing here? It seemed that I mischaracterized him. Rather than appearing and disappearing like a ghost, it was more like he was always around. Don't tell me he was like this with everyone. Yes. Oh? Huh, what a coincidence. It seemed like I've been overly self-conscious. Saying that, he turned to me and offered me his hand for some reason. Why the hand? I just stared at it, and then Yanagi grabbed my hand. Yanagi? This game likes to throw out random names when they mean a different name. And no thank you, it's safer this way. In response to me saying that, he simply grabbed my hand even more tightly and began tugging me as he walked. Oh, this is so cute! Oh, my girl looks so cute! Okazaki. He was acting like this was nothing, but he was unwilling to let go of my hand. I was sure that I was signaling my displeasure, but Okazaki ignored it and kept talking. He really was stubborn. they put in the names of a different fucking character in this game, like a different male protagonist. It's so funny. Isn't it a little hard to be a bodyguard while you're holding my hand? He's so cute. He's so cute. You see, when he said that assertively, I found myself stupidly unwilling to resist for some reason. This will be embarrassing if someone sees this. For a guy who says you shouldn't inconvenience a woman, you sure are inconveniencing a woman. Go get that hot chocolate. Huh? If he had seen me walking while I spaced out. So he was tailing me after all. Am I under surveillance? Okazaki smiled in a comforting way. Maybe my doubts have shown on my face.
別に後をつけたりしてないよ。たまたま見つけただけだから安心。
I'm sorry.
いいよ。でも本当は許されるんだったら四六時中後をつけて守ってあげたいぐらい。
Oh, what?
君ってしっかりして見えるけど意外と隙があるから心配なんだ。
I appreciate the thought, but I must decline your offer. Knowing Okazaki, if I accepted, he'd seriously follow me around 24 hours a day.
じゃあ今のところはやめておくね。でもさっきみたいなことがまたあったら本気で警護を考えちゃうかも。
Okay, I'll be careful. I'll try not to show you any openings next time.
それはそれで少し残念だな。
Okazaki smiled gently as always. I couldn't tell if he was joking or not. Somehow, I seemed to allow him to do whatever he wants and let him dictate everything. We'd only met a few days ago, but it felt like every time we met, he was leading me around. He always approached me without hesitation. I'd fail to refuse, and then this would happen.
岡崎には気をつけろ。隙を見せない方がいい。
I recalled what Yanagi said. I know I have to be cautious, but his palm was warm. So were some of his smiles and words. I didn't think they were coming from ill will. I need to check. How much time do I have left? There it is. Okay, I have until 7. While I was mulling it over, I was startled as he examined my face. I was so startled that I suddenly gripped his hand tightly. When I did, he returned to grip, smiling all the while. Suddenly, I just felt even worse. My girl can't escape. Your hand. Your hand? Do you do this to other people? Do you do this to other people? I had to check how much time I had left. I regretted saying that. It was rude of me. But Okazaki didn't seem offended. He just smiled calmly.
しないよ。こんなこと誰にでもしたら怒られちゃう。
So he only doesn't care about getting me mad. For some reason, I found myself unable to say that aloud.
こういうことするのは仲良くなりたい人だけだから。
Uh-huh. For a second, my heart skipped a beat, but then I remembered something. He said he wanted to be closer with Yanagi and the others. So this wasn't something special he was doing for me. Once I realized that, I was shocked. I also felt some unkind feelings bubbling up. So you do this with Yanagi and the other people at the office? I can imagine him trying to do that and then that going horribly wrong. So I just meant to tease him, but Okazaki seemed to think about it seriously.
あの中で手をつないでないと危なそうで心配なのはタケルくんぐらいかな。
Oh really? I didn't think you'd be the type to need that.
タケルくんは頭脳派でしょ。いざという時は一番弱いと思う。
He's thinking about work again. That might be indeed true. He'd probably be mad if I ever asked.
でも勝手に手を引っ張ったらすごく怒られそうだからやらないかな。
Yeah. A wise decision. You'd probably kill him. I agreed when I imagined Sasasuke's face. While I walked with Okazaki, I occasionally glanced at our hands. My embarrassment slowly eroded as I normalized this behavior and replaced it with relief. So he really was just worried about me. Obviously, I've been a little scared when those men surrounded me. As a cop, it felt kinda lame, but I wasn't sure if I could skillfully exit the situation. Now though, I felt calm. It's all thanks to Okazaki. Maybe he had noticed how I was feeling and reached out to help, while acting like it was for his own satisfaction. Maybe I've wronged him. Regardless of Okazaki's true intentions, it is true that he protected me. Cause he's a sweetheart, he cares. Still, it wouldn't be a stretch to say that I was betraying the police. Was I someone worth protecting? Maybe I've taken advantage of his kindness. Perhaps I used his stubbornness as an excuse, but ultimately failed to reject his advances because deep down, part of me wanted to trust him. When I was with him, I could relax just a little and not think about my call or the X-Day crimes of my precarious situation. I'm not really cautious enough, am I? Nope, no, you are not. I'm fine now. We were inside a police station now, so I broke free from his hand. If my colleagues saw me now, I had no idea how they would react. A breeze whipped through my warmed hand, and the cool sensation made me feel a tinge of loneliness.
ちょっと残念だけど、誰かに見られたら困っちゃうもんね。
Maybe he really was concerned for me. Maybe. He was worried about appearances, so I guess he hadn't done that out of selfishness. It's hard to tell what this man was thinking, but I sense his actions stemmed from goodwill.
ごめんね。無理やり引っ張ってきちゃった。
No, you were just worried. Thank you for holding my hand.
言ったでしょ。俺がつなぎたかっただけ。
Okazaki kindly smiled, pretending to be obstinate. I returned his words with a slight smiled and started to cross the street when it was green. Then... The fuck? Suddenly a commotion broke out around us. Seeing Okazaki reach for his holster, I also readied myself. I looked out and saw smoke. Uh-oh.
火事？やばくない？ねえ、ちょっと携帯見て。また動画サイトで変なの流れてる。
Uh-oh, what the fuck?
やだ、なんか燃えてる。これも X デーのやつなの？
Right. I started to take out my phone, but I could already hear a voice playing on the bystanders' phones. The rebirth! Oh, what is this dramatic? Bruh! That's so sneaky. That was...
Countdown. また X デー事件が起きたのかもしれない。
I hurriedly searched for the video on my phone. It showed a fire burning at a familiar-looking park. I'll call it in. Yes, I'm close to the place in the video now. There's a fire in the residential area near Shinjuku PD. I'm en route to the scene. Yes, sir.
俺も行くよ。
Okazaki nodded firmly and we set off. The fire had broken out in a park within the residential area. It had just started burning, so firefighters and police haven't arrived yet. Instead, neighbors and bystanders were gathering around the park to watch. Police! It's dangerous, everyone! Please stand back! Stay back! Okazaki raised our voices as we pushed our way through the crowd to source the fire. Uh-oh! What looked like a human figure had been left in front of the restrooms.
待って。
As soon as I tried to run over to the figure, Okazaki pulled me back.
近づくと危ない。
But someone's in there!
火の勢いが普通じゃない。匂いからして周囲にガソリンが撒かれてる。密閉空間じゃないから爆発の恐れはないけど、火元の周りに紙束みたいな燃えかすがトイレ内にまだ何かが。それこそ爆発物が仕掛けられてる。火の中心にいる人物が全く動かない。
Chicken Kiev? I've never heard of that. That sounds good though. I'm so hungry.
どう見ても助からない。
Okazaki was incredibly calm as he coolly analyzed the situation. He was probably right, too, but what if it's possible we could still save them? I frantically looked around for a fire extinguisher, but I couldn't see anything of the like. Pouring water on a gasoline fire was a bad idea, but maybe I could smother the fire. As I hesitated, the fire spread to a nearby tree and grew fiercer. We have to do something. We have to help. My confusion, I tried to approach the fire again, but Okazaki's grip only grew stronger. Let me go. So there's something you can do? Okazaki, I'm sure you could say... What other priorities? What? Oh shit. This might have been the first time I ever heard Okazaki sound angry. I stiffened in surprise. Ooh, that sounds so good. This is what I can do now. After Okazaki helped regain my composure, I assessed the situation around me. I realized I wouldn't be able to put out the fire all by myself. The priority now is to evacuate the local residents to the nearby secondary casualties. It hurt to turn away from what might be a dying person, but I couldn't lose sight of my duty. I'll lead to evacuation. Hey! My hands were still trembling, so Okazaki held them both tightly. Yes. Hi, Mobile Wolfie! We each took a part of the crowd and led them out of the park. Get out of the park, everyone! Stay calm so you don't trip! Then some of the cinders in the air landed near my feet. It looked like papers around the victim, but I noticed there were fragments of a written note. The note was apparently written with very shaky handwriting. I love you so much, I want to kill you. The scrap quickly burned to ashes. Ah, what the fuck? This might actually be a good place to stop. Oop. There we go. Alright. It's not that long, I don't think. I don't think it's that long. But we're gonna end it here. Unfortunately, I gotta fucking eat before I go to my after engagements. But thank you so much for watching. I'll see if there's anyone live. Is anyone live? Nope, no one's live. So we're just gonna end it here. Thanks so much for joining. Oh. the joke. Right over my head. I don't know why I didn't get that. They use fucking Roman numerals in this game too. It's not my fault. Maybe I'm just a little slow. I'm just a little stupid. Alright, we're gonna end it here. Thanks so much for joining. And schedule will be up tomorrow. I'll make that at some point today. Wait. I'll see ya. Bye!